Welcome to Poetry Changes Lives, my book where poetry meets history with a thought for the day thrown in. And on this day, we're going back in history to Roman times, because in 106 BC on this day, the famous Roman statesman Marcus Tullius Cicero was born. The surname Cicero means chickpea, probably because his family were dry food merchants, and naming people in this way was the custom at those times. For example, well-known Roman names like Fabius means a bean, Lentulus is a lentil, and Piso is the name Latin for pea. An active politician like Cicero was always going to be in danger at the time when the Roman Republic was overthrown by the coming of the Roman emperors. And Cicero was assassinated. A violent end to in a violent time. Well, in this book, the poem that is there is Walt Whitman's famous poem on the assassination of President Lincoln, Captain, My Captain, which I read out only a few days ago in connection with something else. So today I'm going to just read a couple of poems about, really about despair and the need for hope, because when some great men are assassinated, as sadly they sometimes are, we feel a terrible sense of despair. I remember when President Kennedy was assassinated over 50 years ago, the terrible despair that everyone felt. So today I'm just going to read two short pieces. One is famous Greek playwright Aeschylus writing about the assassination of Agamemnon in his play of that name. The chorus in that play say these words: "He who learns must suffer, and even in our sleep, terrible pain, which cannot forget, falls drop by drop upon the heart, until, in our own despair, against our will, eventually comes wisdom through the awful grace of God." And those words were read out at the funeral of President Kennedy after his assassination. Hope is a wonderful thing because it sort of regenerates us in moments of despair. And I'm going to read that short poem by Emily Dickinson, the wonderful American poet of the 19th century. She wrote this about hope in her own inimitable way. "Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul, and sings the tune without the words, and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash that little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land, and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity has it asked a crumb of me." I love that. I love all Emily Dickinson's works. They're so unusual, and I just think she's a unique person. Today I will try to understand that great things can come out of terrible disasters. Thank you for listening.